Watch how this man turns a four-wheeler and a bike into a functional tank that even throws paintballs for his son. He begins by disassembling both vehicles to get a better look at all the pieces he can reuse. He makes sure to get everything out intact to use as many materials as possible. You can easily find cheap old vehicles in scrapyards for all your projects. First of all, he starts by building the frame for the tank. Before disassembling all the electronics, write down and tag every wire. It'll make reusing them easier. The first rule when assembling vehicles is to take your time and take breaks if needed. Any hurry will only make you break something without wanting to. TIG is the most commonly used stainless steel welding process. This welding process creates a low heat input, which makes it perfect for any material. The argon gas is often mixed with other gases, depending on the needs of the specific project. A single-sided welding process can be used to create inert backing gas protection between the interior and exterior welds. This process prevents oxidation and increases resistance to corrosion. Types of welding range from simple oxy-fuel to high-tech processes, such as laser beam welding. He is going to use the four-wheeler's transmission for the tank's wheels. Tanks have tracks to adapt to all types of terrains, so he is going to build them. In all your projects, remember to use the rule, measure twice, cut once. This rule saves you time and material, as you make sure nothing is wasted. A tank has traction along the entirety of its track. If it had wheels, it would only have traction on the ground in 4 relatively small places. This could become a problem with rocky or uneven terrain. The suspension system is responsible for smoothing out the ride and keeping the car in control. Specifically, the suspension system maximizes the friction between the tires and the road. This provides steering stability and good handling, especially on all-terrain vehicles like tanks. You can see how he has started to build the turret of the vehicle. This vehicle has rear-wheel drive, which pushes it forward from a rear mechanism. As the main structure starts to be finished, he moves to adding the interior. As he starts to add the electronics, all those tags are super handy to know exactly what cable does what action. He also installs the gearbox and works on the mobility mechanism of the turret. Lubricant is very important to ensure these parts move smoothly from the inside. He is going to modify a paintball marker to be the weapon of the tank. To keep the vehicle low but with enough room, he uses a leaning car seat. He also reuses it from an old car, making this project with the most reused material possible. Instead of building a window to allow vision on the front, he is going to create a virtual vision. A GoPro connected to a screen will do the job perfectly. This is possible because this vehicle is never going to enter a real battle. The next step is to build a mirror system on the turret, to give it a vision from all sides. The system is supposed to give the driver a 360 degrees vision, without having to expose themselves. Reflective surfaces made of polished obsidian are the oldest mirrors in record. All these bars will become rigid parts of the tracks. The stiff mechanism was first given a physical form by Hornsby and Sons in 1904. The large surface area of the tracks distributes the weight of the vehicle better than steel or rubber tires. They enable continuous tracked vehicles to traverse soft ground without becoming stuck due to sinking. Modern continuous tracks can be made with soft belts of synthetic rubber. This creator isn't building any tank, but a vehicle modeled after the ones in World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a team-based, MMO tank battle game from Wargaming. It can be played on many gaming consoles, with over 600 mid-20th century vehicles. The player takes control of a single armored tank or self-propelled artillery vehicle of their choice. They have control over the vehicle's movement, firing, and can communicate with allied players. The creator plays it a lot. It's one of the reasons he is creating a real tank for his son. The history of the tank begins with World War I. Armored all-terrain fighting vehicles were introduced, as a response to the problems of trench warfare. Though initially crude and unreliable, tanks eventually became a mainstay of ground armies. By World War II, tank design had advanced significantly, and tanks were used in quantity in all land theaters. The Cold War saw the rise of modern tank doctrine and the general-purpose main battle tank. The tank still provides the backbone to land combat operations in the 21st century. Tanks have a variety of colors for camouflage, including schemes for summer and winter. Green or khaki tended to be the preferred base color, as they were earthy colors. The paint also helps protect against rust. Since 1945, all British tanks have been equipped with boiling vessels allowing them to make tea. To make sure the cover can withstand use and to prevent slipping, he uses an anti-slip material. He strategically places it on the side of the tank, where they'll need a good grip to get in and out. In 2013, World of Tanks set a record for most players online simultaneously on one emoji server. That happened when 190,541 players played on the RU2 server in Russia. Its previous record was 91,311 players set in 2011. Dark Horse Comics released the first issue of its World of Tanks rollout series in August 2016. It's based on the World of Tanks universe. The comic is written by Garth Ennis with illustrations by Carlos Ezquerra. There are actually several tank joke forums hosted by military enthusiasts and gaming sites. At this stage of the project, the only thing left is to install all the parts into it and try them. The paintball marker has to be charged from the outside, but it can store several balls. Paintball markers use compressed gas such as carbon dioxide, CO2, or compressed air, HPA. That gas propels dye-filled gel capsules called paintballs through the barrel, and quickly strikes a target. The term marker is derived from its original use, as a tool for forestry personnel to mark trees. Ranchers also use them to mark wandering cattle. The tank is now ready for its first field trip. As it works on a bike's engine, it can get quite fast through rough terrain. Meanwhile, in the garage is the channel of this incredible creator. He is an incredible handyman who does all types of projects, from restorations to original ideas. On his channel, you can find this whole process with a lot more details on every step. This whole project took him only 6 months to finish. You should definitely check it out. We are super impressed by all his hard work.